brothers and sisters, just to remind you and myself, we are back to almost normal, but ruling is before COVID. When you come to Mosque, you take your shoes off, follow the regular request, and take your shoes with you all the way at the front. Then you see the shoe rack on the left. There should be any shoes to be put on shoe rack. The rucksack should be put above the shoe rack. The rucksacks are blocking people's walkway. The rucksack should be put on the above the shoe shelf. That's all.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
Yeah, that's fine.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله علي ذات عظيم الصفات كبير الشان جليل القدر رفيع الذكر مطاع الأمر جلي البرهان فخيم الاسم وسيع الحلم كثير الغفران جميل الثناء جزيل العطاء مجيب الدعاء عميم الإحسان سريع الحساب شديد العقاب يليم العذاب عزيز السلطان ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله قال الله تبارك وتعالى تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور صدق الله العظيم. My respected brothers and sisters, this Jummah will be the last Jummah of this Islamic year because today is 27th of Zulhijjah. So inshallah next Jummah we will enter in the new Islamic year as well. Every year when the new year comes, we have a celebration. Like every year we celebrate birthdays and other days. So days are passing and we do celebrate. It is against the common sense. For example, a person is closing to his grave and he is celebrating, I'm closing to the grave. Is it make sense or not? Yes, I'm not against to do shukr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah has given us another year. We do thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But what is the real way to connect yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? What is a real way to understand now another year Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us? I give an example. For example, you are running your shops. When you finish your shift, by the end of the day, what we're gonna do? We count money, how much we have benefit and loss today. So when end of the day, what we're gonna do? End of any shift, end of any task. After that, immediately after that, what we're gonna do? We sit down and we calculate the whole shift. This shift gave me benefit. This shift is useful for me, or this shift is a wastage of my time. So the same is that every year invites us. We recall the previous year and make a resolution for the next year. What is the true resolution of a true Muslim? Inshallah, I'll discuss today. But the very important thing is, like I close my shift, and after closing my shift, now I calculate what I had in my hand by the end of the shift. The same is that as a Muslim, what we think about it, what is a special entity in our hands? Common perception is that when any child is taking birth, he takes birth or she takes birth, nude, nothing in hand, empty-handed. No, I say that he has or she has very precious wealth in his hand. This is time. Every person who is having a birth on the face of earth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given the person the great, great blessings. This is the time he has or she has. Now this is your money. To spend in this money on a right way or wrong way, it is up to you. This is your time. You can earn rewards, you can earn blessings, you can earn good deeds with this time. You can earn bad deeds, you can earn the punishments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Through this time, it is up to you. You and me has this time. Believe me, this time and tide, wait none. Last Friday has gone. Now the clock is tickling and my word is gone. And what happened? After 10 minutes, 15 minutes, this Jummah sermon will be finished. And I cannot bring back this Jummah sermon again. Time is going, time is lapsing. This is real money we have in our hands. I can spend this money. We can go to use this time in those places where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala curse, we can utilize this time to earn barakah and blessings, or what we do this time, it is up to us. Now we recall this whole year. We hit by pandemic. The whole year, the lots of time we have to sit in seclusion, to think about ourselves, to think about our entity. Did we do anything? Did we mend our ways? Did we recall what we're going to do and what would be the next year? If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is given me ability, what I'm going to do? Every person has certain goals and ambitions in their life. What is my ambition? What is my goal? What is my resolution for New Year? So this is a question mark for every faithful believer when we are entering in a new year. Today is the 27th of Zulhajj, 1442 years past. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered in Medina, migrated from Makkah to Medina, then these days started. And then Ummah witnessed all those days of height and humiliation as well. This is the history we have. We have history in front of us. Those days when we were destroyed by, halaku, the forces, other forces, humiliation. We also witnessed that glory. Why we reached that glory and why we reached that humiliation, these are the question marks, what we look at. But my question is there. Allah says clearly in Quran, تَبَارَكَ الَّذِي بِيَدِهِ الْمُلْكُ وَهُوَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Blessed is he whose hand is dominion. He is competent over all things. الَّذِي خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةَ. Who created death and life. لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. So test you, who is in good in deeds. Now this is the time we prove what we get from this time. هَلَ أَتَى عَلَى الْإِنسَانِ حِينٌ مِنَ الدَّهْرِ لَمْ يَكُنْ شَيْئًا مَذْكُورًا إِنَّا خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ نُطْفَةٍ أَمْشَاجٍ نَبْتَلِيهِ إِنَّا خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ. Verily, we created human from the mixture of sperm drop. Why? To test. Now you have this wealth time. Now we are testing how to utilize this time. Some people, they think that maybe we are in misery, we are in problem, we are in bad days. This is a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My brother and sisters, every moment is a test of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If Allah has given you this wealth, Allah has given you health, this is also a test of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How you utilize this wealth, how you utilize your force, how you utilize your brain, how you utilize your vocality right now. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has deprived of all these things, then there is another test. How you do these things. This is the question mark we have it. How we get the success. How we do that. I'm not against to celebrate New Year. We should say thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, you have given me another moment to think about it. But this is the moment we should think about it. An old man was standing outside beside the grave of a person with a young man. An old man asked that, "Oh my son, the person who lays down in this grave, if he comes out from the grave, he ever is doing anything bad?" He said, "No." He ever left his prayer? No. He ever tell lie? No. Why? Because he has seen death. Now he comes out of that. Allah has given him chance again. So then old man says, "Oh my young man, now you and me have this chance yet. Yet we are outside of the grave. Yet these are the moments we should think about it." وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمُ ادْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَسْتَكْبِرُونَ عَنْ عِبَادَتِي سَيَدْخُلُونَ جَهَنَّمَ دَاخِرِينَ. بارك الله لنا ولكم في القرآن العظيم ونفعنا وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله قال الله تبارك وتعالى والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Now this is the philosophy of life. Imam Shafi'i rahmahullah, he says that if anybody have understanding of the Surah Al-Asr, this is the life. This is the guidance of, clear guidance to you from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you got the understanding of this surah. What is this surah? Sahaba Ikram used to recite to each other. When this surah revealed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they reminded to each other regarding what is your and me entity is, what is the purpose of life is, how the time important is. You know, the time is very important. When we give imprisonment of a person, what we did it, what we do, we take a time with that person, 20 years, 30 years, hold that time. And that time, what happened? If we ask a person, okay, you have 2 weeks to meet your family. So the people come to and meet that person. At that time, if the person is not get this, avail this opportunity to meet the family, we say that how bad luck the person, ill-fated person is. He has an opportunity in 20 years to meet in 2 weeks and 3 weeks to his family, and he is not. The similar is we are. We have a chance now. We have a chance now to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to come close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to start doing prostration, to connect our heart toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. يَوْمَ يُكْشَفُ عَنْ سَاقٍ وَيُدْعَوْنَ إِلَى السُّجُودِ فَلَا يَسْتَطِيعُونَ. The day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the shin will be unveiled and will ask that to prostration, and disbeliever will not. خَاشِعَةً أَبْصَارُهُمْ تَرْهَقُهُمْ ذِلَّةٌ ذَلِكَ الْيَوْمُ الَّذِي كَانُوا يُوعَدُونَ خَاشِعَةً أَبْصَارُهُم تَرْهَقُهُمْ ذِلَّةٌ وَقَدْ كَانُوا يُدْعَوْنَ إِلَى السُّجُودِ وَهُمْ سَالِمُونَ. So their eyes is in humble humiliation on their faces. Why they didn't do for prostration on that day? Because when they were invited here in this dunya, they were not doing prostration. When the time we have it, we did not utilize that time. This is a message Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given by taking an oath of time. Wal asr, innal insana lafi khusr. Woman is in loss, man is in loss, no doubt. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give exception. So exception itself tells us that when we give exception, we say that 90 people are going on the wrong path, accepted 1%, 10%. Exception means very few, very few. Quran says, Aksaruhum jahilun, Aksaruhum ghafilun. Majority of ignorant, majority of away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you don't look at majority. You don't look at your surroundings. You look at yourself, where you stand. What is exception? Illa alladhina amanu. The first exception is faith, iman, aqidah, strong faith. And this is faith is not, the submission. Aslamu is a submission. Qalatil Arabu amanna. They said that Arabi, Badian, they came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They said that we had faith. Qul tu'minun. No, you don't have submitted yourself. You submitted yourself, but you don't have a faith. قُلْ لَمْ تُؤْمِنُوا وَلَكِنْ قُولُوا أَسْلَمْنَا وَلَمَّا يَدْخُلِ الْإِيمَانُ فِي قُلُوبِكُمْ. What happened? You don't have a faith in your heart. You just submitted. Amanu means we have the clear faith. What is a faith? Amantu billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rusulihi wal yawmil akhiri wal qadri khairihi wa sharrihi min Allah ta'ala. My brother and sister, tell me that if a person having a belief qadri khairihi sharrihi min Allah ta'ala. So why we look at the horoscope? Why we look at the stars? Why we buy the stones? Why we have the false hopes? What sort of muwahhid we are? We have a belief on hereafter. Why we have a bungalows here? Why have we have buildings here? Why we have a 3 and 4 houses, 5 houses? I have a belief in hereafter. I am a follower of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Where is my life? Where is the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Where is ata'at Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam? The first thing is that amanu. Then amil salihat. Though deeds, amal salih is that deed for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Good deed with the true niyyah. Unfortunately, first of all, shaitan will not give us an opportunity to do good deeds. Lure us to involve in this dunya. And if anybody is able to do with the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to good deeds, what happens? Shaitan immediately brings kibr in his heart. You are the most pious person of the town. Look down at the people. Every person is Jahannami. Then he starts distributing tickets of Jahannam to everybody. He is kafir, he is kafir, he is kafir. I am the right person. The first thing when a person is doing good deed, shaitan brings kibr in his heart. Or shaitan brings riya in his heart. He starts showing off his deeds to people. Amal salih means only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And after that, what we're going to do? وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. You ask other people, oh, stand firm on haqq. When you ask other people, when you stand firm on haqq. Imam Hussein alayhi salam stands firm. Now, inshallah, on the 10th of next Friday, I will talk about this. Yom Ashura as well. Look at that. If he did not stand firm, how could he say to other people, oh, you stand firm on haqq? If he could not, how he say other people to observe patience? If he lost patience on those moments, what does that mean? It means that two qualities are individual and two qualities are with associate with people. So if we have these four qualities, we are utilizing our time on a right direction. What is the right direction, my brother and sister? Submit ourselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if we look at the Islamic year, our Islamic year started with Qurbani, with utmost loyalty and sacrifice. And Islamic year is ended with sacrifice. Zul Hajj, we have read about it, we have talked about it. The sacrifice of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. There is no example we could see in the history, the sacrifice of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. And Islamic year starts with the sacrifice of Hazrat Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, shahadat of Hazrat Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, martyrdom of Hazrat Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, and then martyrdom of Hazrat Hussain radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, the family of Imam Hussain radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. What is this? They give us this lesson. This dunya is nothing. Believe me, when Hazrat Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu was stabbed on 27th of Zulhajj, the Fajr time, in a masjid, and Abu Lolo Feroz, he stabbed thrice, and Hazrat Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu fell down. He was leading prayer at that time. People did not break their prayer. Allahu Akbar. Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu asked Abdurrahman bin Auf radiyallahu ta'ala anhu to lead prayer. They kept on doing their prayer. Umar radiyallahu ta'ala laid on with the pool of blood there, but they completed their prayer. This is one thing. The other thing is that Abu Lolo, he tried to escape from the masjid. What is the time? Fajr time. In Fajr time, how many musallis we have in a masjid? 4 or 5, sometimes 2 or 3. What is the population of here? A Muslim population in Cambridge. And what is the Muslim population at that time? And what is the atmosphere of the masjid? The Fajr prayer. He couldn't escape during Fajr prayer. He stabbed 13 people. Those who made the rows, tight rows, he couldn't have a space to run out from the masjid. He stabbed one person, he stabbed second person, he stabbed third person, 13 person he stabbed. Eventually, prayer finished. Prayer finished, and one of the Sahabi Rasul, he threw his cloak upon him when he thought that now they could grab me, then he did suicide. But the point is that, look at that. Look at their level of Iman. Look at the utilization of their time. Now, my new year is calling me, where is your Fajr prayer? Where is your masjid? Now, my new year, my time is asking me, where is your connection to your masjid? So these were the people. And as Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when he knew that now, because he drank milk and the milk came out, and he said, what he said that, if I were have the whole world, I would give to ransom myself from the horror of this moment. What is the moment? Moment of departure. When last breath goes, the moment of departure. Believe me, it is a very terrifying moment. Sometimes, if you sleep on your bed, you think about that, this is my last moment now reaches that. Believe me, the immediate, you can feel, there is a pain in your spine. You feel at home. Think about now, this is last moment comes. Now then you think about, oh, I have this one. What is for next world? What I earn for the next world? If I have anything or not? Believe me, lots of questions. These sacrifices, these are not for the mere I'm telling you stories and you are saying, okay, mashallah, very good stories. And we are talking about, and we are telling these stories to our children. And realistically or practically, we have no example set to our children. Then we say that, why our children are not coming to masjid? Why our children are not inclined to Iman? Why our children are leaving Islam? So the question is that, where you and me, my brother? So make this resolution for the new year. This is the time, the real wealth Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted you and me. And we with the izn of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to utilize this time in the right direction. And we are doing all the good deeds, and we refrain from ourselves from all the bad deeds. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون. أقم الصلاة.
Now, brothers, just to remind you myself, please take care. We are allowed to stand shoulder to shoulder. We are allowed to do two more things than we are. So please don't hesitate. Go forward. Close the gap. Do nothing beside you. And no more people forward, inshallah. So we try our best to help each other. And the bag should be put on not the shoe bag, or the bag, because someone march it forward. We're always standing full and roll and standing full length. So please don't leave your big bag laying around anywhere, please.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
آمين.
ومن أظلم ممن افترى على الله الكذب وهو يدعى إلى الإسلام والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين يريدون ليطفئوا نور الله بأفواههم والله متم نوره ولو كره الكافرون هو الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون الله
الله.
سمع الله لمن حمده
ربنا ولك الحمد.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
آمين.
يوم يفر المرء من أخيه وأمه وأبيه وصاحبته وبنيه لكل امرئ منهم يومئذ شأن يغنيه وجوه يومئذ مسفرة ضاحكة مستبشرة ووجوه يومئذ عليها غبرة ترهقها قترة أولئك هم الكفرة الفجرة الله
الله.
سمع الله لمن حمده
ربنا ولك الحمد.
الله الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
السلام عليكم
اللهم صل على ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة. اللهم اغفر لمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وارحم على محمد وتجاوز عن جميع سيئاتنا صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Lord, your sister, mothers on our relation, please help what we can. We need your help spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. And also keep in mind, there are many Jews actually worship. We contribute in part, for now, we must use them and give more space for the Sunday inshallah. Your bag should be put on the top of the shoe rack, and the shoe is put on the shoe rack. When you come to masjid, remove your shoes, walk with it, but you find a place